Northern Ireland, a land of natural beauty, historical past, and trouble. But now is the time for them to rise up and become a footballing superpower. This is Rise of a Nation with Northern Ireland. Hello guys, and welcome to the end of Season 1 review. So, League Cup, Conundrum Shield, triple. Terms of transfers, we've already got 20 sign up. 20 or 22? Do we have 22 actually coming in? 21 coming in at the moment. 22nd on the way. Transfers seasons. Gort Hutchison, Andy Little, Simon Hanna, and Dean Sproul, who came within January. In terms of the outs, you had Ewan McCarthy, who went out on loan. The actual transfer departure was Craig McCartney, the goalkeeper who left for Liverpool, going for $2.4 million in total. What else was I going to say? Scouting wise, we've got a lot of players scouted. I've got a short list of players who have all got potential to be 5 stars. All of them are very, very good. I've got a lot of them here who, well, don't actually have contracts, so to say. So I'll just offer the trials to the guys who are out of contract. Have a look and see what they are actually like. We'll also look at these players, have a look at what they'll cost us, because we have already, as I already said, we've got 21, possibly 22 already coming in. So that will be a refresh. Players leaving us, well, we've got a lot of players who I don't think are good enough. All these players from about here down. A lot of them have actually played a lot of football this season, like Michael Carville, Jordan Owens, who's our backup striker, Simon Hutchison, Timmy Adamson, Richard Clark. They've all played this season, but I'm looking to move them on. At the moment, looking at these players, anyone who's 3 stars or worse, I'm looking to get rid of. So there's plenty of space there. There's another person here, Coates. Yeah, experience. He's our captain, but well, if you have a look at the players coming in here, we've got. I wish you could actually see where they play. Just display. I've got this guy here. He's got good potential. You see there, the position is a little bit low, but he's got, yeah, some of these guys got good, very, very good potential. So there is a good, he's a keeper. A couple of keepers there. We've got a good centre back coming through. I can't remember who it was. They're all trolls now. Phil Long, yes, that's it. This guy here, who I think will easily be our best centre back next season alongside McAllister. Those two will be a long-term centre back partnership. Yeah, so That's why I've sent codes down to the B team, because, well, anybody who is actually in the B team, who was available for the B team, I don't think is going to be good enough. Move them on to the squad and just make them unavailable for the B team. So these are players that I'm looking to move on. So we'll just transfer list them. Actually, some of them I can't transfer list because they're not actually on contracts. So let's have a look here. I guess it's the players that don't actually. Oh, yeah, these guys that are out online. So really, I should be able to put all these guys on transfers. Anywho, we'll deal with that later. Yeah, these are players that I'm looking to move on. That's the main gist of things. In terms of the team report, you can see here at the moment we've got decent depth. We will have some decent depth if we click on transfers. Next season, see Phil Long, decent centre back partner for McAllister. Just that left back and the fullbacks are really the issue at the moment. If we can maybe look at getting a couple of players in who will be first team. If we have a look at potential, you can see we've got very good depth. We have a lot of players coming in, a lot of players who will fill a lot of these roles. So in terms of the future, I'm not too concerned. Yeah. So looking further on this season, you can see here goals to goals attempts 15%, so again that efficiency up top is the main concern. We are by far, I believe, the best team in the league, just not hitting the target with those shots. So I'm going to have to look at that over pre-season, have a look at the tactic, analyse where we're taking our shots from, try and work out in a pre-season match as just a way to what is going to work best for us, how we're going to be able to get ourselves into better positions to hit the target, and when we hit the target, actually beat the keeper. Maybe that's the fact that Andy Little was our only decent striker. Maybe he was playing too much and it was tiring him out, and the fatigue was resulting in a lack of efficiency up top. Yeah. So that's something to look at. Look at our passes. 75% is more than good enough for this kind of level. Mistakes, not many mistakes, as you can see there. Only 694 mistakes for the entire season. Aerial challenges 54%, so we're winning more than we lose. Crosses 12%. That again, possibly we can do a bit better there. Get that up to 20-30%. Obviously, crosses you don't expect them to be a very high percentage because that's that attacking ball in to the goal area. Tackles 70%, possibly a little bit on the low side. Maybe we're a little bit rash, try and get up to 75-80. Just make sure that we're picking those good opportunities. Our discipline was a little bit down, you can see there. 119 yellow cards this season, that's not very good. It's over 2 a game. On average, red card 6, 55. Yeah, that's a little bit disappointing as well. 1 in 10. Declan Cadell picked up 3 red cards a season and 14 yellows. Another reason why I'm looking to replace him, just the fouls. They're gonna hurt us a long time when we get into the Premier League. When we get into the Champions League, we don't want to be giving away fouls because the good teams will just take those opportunities and just punish you each time. 18 clean sheets. I'm looking to get a little bit higher, just trying to edge out, reduce the number of goals conceded. I mean, that's not too bad, really. Just the goals per game is just, that's something I need to look at. In terms of the, we'll start with our keepers. We're still fairly low. We can replace pick that up. In terms of the defenders, average height of 173 79 centimeters. That also that takes up fullbacks as well, I guess. Good pace in our defence. Midfielders, see there. The technique, very good. We've got very good technique. Tackling is a little bit low, which is probably why we give away so many fouls. I don't really care about the long shots or that long throws, long shots. Yeah, don't really care about that. Pretty good decision making, pretty good stamina, so we can really, it looks like we can get through. Fitness wise, we're very, very good. Strength is a little bit low, jumping reach is a little bit low, but that's not too concerning, to be honest. We've got that shows that our team is fairly short, on the short side. So yeah, technically speaking, not too bad. I'd like to get that a little bit higher, especially with our quality. In terms of attack, anticipation is very good. Finishing is decent. Look to get these a little bit higher as well, I guess. So that's about it. In terms of stats, the facts, not really too much to talk about there. So let's move on to the tactic. More importantly, next season, if we have a look at next season, again, I'm looking more towards maybe going with a 4-4-2. If we can get a decent second striker in and see how he goes. Just to offer a little bit more support. I feel he's a bit isolated up top, even with that attacking midfield in there. Healy isn't quite coming in because of that, his roles. Maybe we could switch him over, play this inside forwards. That's just another option to think about, really. But this stage is either 4-4-2 and maybe in the Champions League play with an extra player back. Play on the counter, try and use the wings. But at the moment, not too much of a concern. Players are developing nicely. And we'll just go through and have a look at some of these star players. 5-star Gavin McAllister. Says that he's a fullback, but I've only been playing him as a centre back. He has filled in a few times, but not really what I'm looking at. Really looking at him as a centre back. You can see here, the jumping reach is a little low, but that's developing slowly. 8.4. It's now up to 9.2. First touch this season has really jumped, gone from 8.4 to 9.6. His composure, that's growing nicely, 8.4 to 10.4, a jump of 2 over the past season. Yeah, so he's developing nicely. 5-star player, absolute star. Conor McGonigal came through the youth intake this season. You can see here he's got very good stats for a playmaker. 15 vision, 10 passing, which will develop. Don't worry about that. A natural fitness, balance, very good for a centre mid. High determination, bit of flair there, so he will look for that first time ball. Work rate 11, technique 14, so he's very good there in that manner. His tackling's a little bit low, but I'm not really too concerned about that. His decisions could do it with a bit of work, but that will come with time. His mental stats will increase. He's still 16, so he's got plenty of time to develop. So yeah, there's a very good player coming through the ranks there. Got Paul Hitley, star player, 29-year-old. Did get him on a new contract until the next season. See, he's going to start to decline, but those mental stats I'm using to really tutor young stars. Good determination, good flair. His vision pretty good. Just the technicals aren't quite there. It's good with corners. So getting that ball in, his crossing not too good. That's probably why he hasn't got any caps. It's just not quite good enough. Looking to replace him and getting those players developing. Andy Little, star man, 33 goals in the league, 45 overall for this season. Again, is at his peak. International debut 8 seasons ago, so 19-year-old. He first played for Northern Ireland. See there, it's just not quite composed enough, which is why maybe his natural fitness is a little bit low as well. So that could be why he was tiring. See, he's a little bit starting to decline over the last. His form hasn't been too great. See the overall ratings. This year, you can see that's dropped a little bit inconsistent. So hopefully, with a bit more support and a bit more, give him a bit more hunger. Next to Ian Mackay, who started off at the club. Looks very good. He's now got a little bit of competition now for his place with Conor McGonigal. So maybe we can try and develop him into the middle of the pitch here. Maybe that's something to look at as I am. Sorry. He is being that's the problem there, his personality. Casual, he's not going to develop as nicely as I'd like. So yeah, that's something to look at. So for the most part, players coming to the club are young players with a lot of potential. There are 3 or 4, possibly 5 older players who have got good mental attributes and are coming to bring in to tutor. I'm not really looking too much from them. I wish there was a way for me to see actual list of players coming to the club. It's annoying that this is the only screen that shows transfers coming in. In terms of finances, you can see there that jump when we sold McCartney. Overall, made a loss of about 800 if you take away that transfer, so it's a little bit inflated. At the moment, I don't think we'll be able to go professional. I'm not going to risk it just because if they say no, then it's going to be a while, so I'll wait until the finances just look a little bit better. Hopefully we can get a decent draw for the Champions League and get through to the second round. Yeah, Zagreb was just a little bit too far for us to get through, so hopefully with a better opportunity, players don't get sent off, we can get through to the third qualifying round of the Champions League and maybe just build up a bit of finance, build up a bit of fan base, which if we have a look at, you can see here, we started off with around 300 to 500. By the end of the season, it's about 500 to 700. So next season we should see another jump in the population, especially with the changes they made to the database. As I said in the first episode, a lot more players in Northern Ireland, even though it doesn't show here. The population has changed. The population in the area has increased, and we are slowly building up. I think we started 5th position, now up to 3rd in Northern Ireland, and I expect by the end of the season, next season, to be number 1 club. In terms of Northern Ireland themselves, you can see here estimated value. If we jump up to the top, it's 130,000. Ballamander 392,000, 424, 362. Cliftonville 3.09, Coleraine 267, Crusaders, we're up to $3.5 million worth of value. Finance is secure, squad personality is loyal. I'd like to change that to determined or highly determined, just so that we can, well, for the most part, squad influence will influence the youth intakes. If we can have a developed, determined squad personality, that will really help the youngsters coming through. They'll have a higher determination. I don't really care about the other colours, but we'll go through them. 2.9. So our actual value, I think we're now 3rd highest value club, only 2nd. Yeah, I think we're 3rd. Oh no, we're 2nd behind. Yeah, 2nd behind Linfield in terms of value. If we just have a look at the facilities, haven't made any changes, haven't got any affiliates, haven't really bothered at the moment. Might look at a senior affiliate, hope try and get someone from the Premier League to come in, and we'll try and we'll get there. Hopefully in the future, when Brexit happens, we can use the fact that we're a 3-year youth work permit nation, and with the lower standards of the league, any players we can try and get on loan who don't have work permits at the bigger clubs, that's something we can look at progressing. I don't think there's much else to talk about. Training's just been unbalanced. They're still semi-professional, so there's not much I can do about that at the minute. In terms of coaching, decent. A lot of those coaches are coming out of contract at the end of this season, so maybe look to move some of them on. Hopefully the board will allow me to have a few more coaches. That way we can be a bit more specific with training. Keeper and strikers. A lot of see there, through balls. Some issue. Work rate's a little bit low. So we'll go through that over pre-season and try and look to develop. Maybe bringing some more players who can fix those issues and really try and address the concerns that I have with the squad in terms of striking, and just a little bit better in the middle of the pitch, try and edge out a few more opportunities and decent, better opportunities going forward. Yeah. So that's about it, I think, in terms of the end of season highlights. As you can see here, won the Northern Irish County Antrim Shield, Northern Irish League Cup, knocked out by Dynamo Zagreb in the second qualifying round. The board expected me to go third, but unfortunately we've got a better side. Scottish League Challenge Cup, try and look to progress further forward in that next season. That's a good challenge for us, I think. If we can, or if we are actually in the Scottish League Challenge Cup next season, try and actually challenge. I'm not sure why we're actually in this, to be honest. I think it's why are we in this? What allows us to qualify for this competition? Yeah, I might just have a quick look as we go through. Yeah, so the league is something that I'm comfortable we can try and hold on to next season and really dominate. Just having a look at the Scottish League Challenge Cup. Okay, so 2 from Northern Ireland and 2 from Welsh Premier League are invited as a top of 12 First Division, 4 each from the Highland League and the Lowland League. So it's an interesting competition. So next season, I'm just going to look to play some friendlies against bigger clubs, get some finances, really develop. There we go, Celtic. Be a good one. Let's see how much we can get. Don't really get anything. Play Celtic. Then just get some more money in. Aim is to really develop this side and make some money at the same time. So yeah, I think that's going to be about it for this episode. We'll come back for the start of... we'll play the Champions League ties, actually. We'll play them on key highlights. We'll play both ties in that first... our first Champions League leg stage. I assume we'll still be in the second qualifying round. There'll be a long time before we really get anywhere with that. So if you have enjoyed this episode, I do hope you leave a like and comment, and let me know how you think I'm going with this. I think it's interesting. There aren't many Northern Irish YouTube saves, as far as I'm aware. So hopefully we can really develop as a club and start progressing into Europe, and overall bring the league standing up. Hopefully it can develop a decent amount of TV money, and it can become almost a Super League. So hopefully, as time goes by, and if we get more support for this save, we can start getting you guys involved. Maybe change some of these logos, change some of the kits. Just start using the fact that Football Manager is such an easily modded game. You can develop some tactics, maybe mess around with it a little bit. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this episode, please do leave it a like, subscribe if you're new, and just give me a bit of feedback. Let me know how you think I'm going with this. Just let me know that you're still involved and still enjoying this save. And I'll see you next time for the start of the second season with Crusaders. Goodbye for now.